Hello everyone. Today we are going to start surface area. So surface area, please write these in your notes and then you will have some book work to do momentarily. I will be checking for notes and your book work tomorrow. Surface area is the area of the outside figure, what we would use if we wrapped a present. Lateral area is the area around, not including the top and bottom. So very much like a soup label or a label to a box. I need to find the area of each side and add them together. So if it's a prism, I can use PH plus 2 capital B, where P is the perimeter of the base, H is the height of the prism, and capital B is the area of the base. You can also just find the area of all sides and add the area of all sides. Area of all sides. Cannot write very well with mouse. So let's switch over to typing here, and I'm going to find the surface area of this prism. So we can use the formula, but I think it's easier if you find the area of all sides. So first, I'm going to find the area of the bottom. So the area of the bottom is a rectangle, so it's 10 times 4, which equals 40. The top is exactly the same, so that's also 40. I'm now going to do the left, which is 4 times 5, so that equals 20. And the right is exactly the same, so that's also 20. I now need to do the front, which is 10 by 5, which equals 50. And then the back is exactly the same, so that's also 50. So my surface area equals 40 plus 40 plus 20 plus 20 plus 50 plus 50, which equals 220 inches squared. Area is always square inches. So now just to make sure you understand exactly what I'm talking about, I'm going to use some coloring here. So what I am calling the bottom is this. That's the bottom. And then the top is exactly the same. So those are 10 by 4. What I am referring to as the left and right are these square or rectangles, which are 4 by 5. 4 by 5. And then last but not least, what I am referring to as the front and back are these rectangles that are 10 across by 5 tall. Total surface area is when you add them all together. Next, we're going to look at the surface area of a cylinder. So the surface area of a cylinder is the sum of all the areas of all the sides. The lateral area of a cylinder is the area around, so the soup label. So when I have a cylinder, I have the radius and the height. The soup label, when I unroll it, creates a rectangle. The length of that soup label is 2 pi r, or the circumference, and the height is h. So the lateral area, or the soup label, is the circumference times the height, or 2 pi r h. To find the whole surface area, I take that soup label and I add it to the top and bottom of my can. So it's 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared. Again, I will give you formulas on all tests. The formula you will be given is this one. You need to know that this part is the lateral area. So write this down. and then we have some problems to do in our book. So turn to page 621. I'm going to do letter A, and then I want you to pause and try letter B on your own, and then we will move on. So, first thing we need to remember is surface area is pi. Need the symbol for pi. It's a Greek letter, so it's pi, and actually it's 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. So when I look at that formula, I know that r equals 3. I'm still on superscript. Sorry about that. R equals 3 and h equals 9. So I substitute them in, and I get surface area equals 2 times pi times 3 times 9 plus 2 plus 2 times pi times 3 squared. And then if we do that in parts on our calculator, okay, so I do 2 times pi times 3 times 9 on my calculator, and I get 169.646 blah blah blah, plus 2 times pi times 3 squared gives me 56.54. I add those together, and I get 226.19, which I'm sorry, I rounded incorrectly, should give me 226.2 feet squared. So you go ahead and do this one. I'm going to help you out. What is the tricky part of this one first? 14 is the diameter, so I need to make that 7 for my radius. And then I do the exact same formula. So pause the video, go ahead and do it, and then come back. Alright, so hopefully you've completed this. So again, my radius is 7, half my diameter. So I use the formula 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. R is 7, H is 10. So it's 2 times pi times 7 times 10 plus 2 times pi times 7 squared. I calculate this first part, calculate the second part, add them together. My answer is 747.7 centimeters squared. Next, we're going to turn the page and do C and D. So C says find the area of the label of a can of tuna with a radius of 5.1 centimeters and a height of 2.9. Round to the nearest tenth. So when we're doing this, we're only looking for the label. So if I'm only looking for the label, I only want to find the lateral area, which is 2 times pi times the radius times the height. So on this problem, I need to do 2 times pi times my radius is 5.1 times my height, which is 2.9. And then go to my Desmos calculator, which if you're using a calculator on the Chromebook, I strongly recommend you use the Desmos calculator, which you can find by doing Desmos Scientific, desmos.com, and then I'm going to clear it, and I'm going to do 2 times pi times 5.1 times, I believe it was 2.9, and then my answer is 92.92. So let's just double check my numbers. Yep, so that is my lateral area. Did I not copy it? Computer doesn't like me right now. There we go. And it tells me to round to the nearest 10. So I'm looking for the 9. The next number is 2. I just truncate it, and it's centimeters squared. For problem D, it says find the total surface area of a cylindrical handle with a diameter of 4, height of 2.5. So again, I'm looking for total surface area. So that means I am going to do surface area equals 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. Because I need to add the two circles, top and bottom. And I didn't do my 2 pi r squared. So, in this problem, surface area. Beginning to turn that on. So surface area equals 2 times pi times my radius is only 2 because they told me a diameter of 4 times a height of 2.5 plus 2 times pi times 2 squared. And I'm going to go back and use that decimals calculator again. First change this number. There we go. And in that decimals calculator, I'm going to get the surface area. So I'm going to clear it off. I'm going to do 2 times pi times 2 times 2.5. That's my letter area, plus 2 times pi times 2 squared, which is my surface area, which is my circles, and that gives me my total surface area. And round to the nearest 10. So we look at the 4, 5, and it stays the same. So, and then that's inches squared. So for the remainder of class, you may work on your homework, which is finding surface areas of a cylinder.